Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Victoria. It's nice to meet you. I cover things from handbags, what's in my bags, to makeup videos, and now some psych videos. So that's just some of the things that I like to cover. Today's tutorial is going to be about eyebrows. I've had many of my patients, many random people, a whole bunch of just people. All right, ask me about how I do my eyebrows, who does them, what products I use and everything. So I decided to do this tutorial, and I decided to buy a whole bunch of extra product, either from luxury brand, because y'all know I love my Sephora, to drugstore brands. And it doesn't matter if it's drugstore or if it's, dollar store shit. If it works, right? So if you are interested in watching this, keep watching. So as you can see here, I'm sorry, I have to film on my phone because something's wrong with my camera. But if you can see, I have to not really reshape, but I really have to clean up the brows here, okay? So the tools that I use, anyways, are my Tweezerman tweezers. These are the slanted tip. You can get these from Rite Aid. I believe they still sell Tweezerman product at Sephora, definitely at Ulta. Okay, and then I also have my Tweezerman scissors. The reason why I like Tweezerman is that they're guaranteed pretty much for the life of the product, right? So if anything happens to them, you can send them back in to Tweezerman headquarters. They'll sharpen them or replace them, okay, after, I mean, if you really royally fuck them up, okay, they will go ahead and replace them at their leisure, I guess, okay? So the way that I like to do my eyebrows, okay, is that we measure the 3 main spots, okay? So this one, you can use your finger. You're gonna go and look straight ahead, and you wanna make sure that the front part of your eyebrows do not go past your finger, okay? And you want to make sure that they line up with the inner corner of your eye, okay? The other one here is if you look straight ahead and the end of your iris, okay, you're going to, let me use the mirror here. Ooh. You want your arch to kind of start or peak right at the end of that iris. The third measurement is your tail, right? You want that tail to to be ideally at a 45-degree angle to the outer corner of your eye. Okay, so those are our 3 basic measurements. Okay, so since I have already, I already have the shape, the general shape of my eyebrows, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean that up. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to use Marc Jacobs mirror. Okay, so you don't want to take too much of the main body of the eyebrow. Okay, you just want to be able to clean it up. For those people that have good old thick bushy eyebrows, you want to start, kind of layer by layer, I guess, if you think about it, okay, until you achieve a shape that you like. Okay, you don't want to go too much in your arch, because sometimes whenever you peek from your arch, that's it, you know what I mean? And then you'll have to fill that in with pencil or powder or something. Okay, so I got some here, clean up here. A lot of people ask me why I don't wax. I'm not a fan of waxing, only because if you do it wrong, you end up breaking the hair in half. You end up with ingrowns and all that stuff. And you can get the same thing too from plucking, but I like it because it's more precise. Okay, get your unibrow also. And I know you're not really supposed to do the top, but I kind of do the top parts here. Just kind of clean it up. Okay, and so there's my right eyebrow. We're going to do the same thing to the left. So thankfully my eyebrows aren't too terrible. I let them grow out for a couple weeks just for this purpose. So this is love, people, okay? Okay, some of these sparse areas, you know, especially if you're growing out your eyebrows and things like that, will be okay because those can be filled out. You know, if you're trying to grow out like some bald spots and everything because if you over plucked or anything like that, that's okay, because as long as you'll start seeing these little hairs grow out and fill up these spots, that can be filled in with powder, pomade, or whatever you decide to use. I kind of have to fill mine a little bit more, but I'm using like a brow growth serum because I have fibro and there's a medication that I use, or used to use anyways. I stopped using it, but kind of made my hair fall out. So I've been using this growth serum and everything to kind of fill in patches and to grow them out, okay? I was using black Jamaican castor oil, but I found that I needed a little bit more help with it to kind of grow them in, okay? And so this is what I do. So this is what I look like without makeup, folks. Yay. All right, so next up, growth serum, right? So my friend and I, we decided to, because we have same issue, right? It was sparse eyebrows and things like that. So we started using Liaison. Okay, this is the volume 1, the Brow Bond. I've been using it for about a week now, or almost a week, and I've noticed that this area here and this area here has started to grow longer. Like this was a bald spot right there, and the same thing with this spot here. And I must say they definitely have grown in those spots. You can see all these little baby hairs here. So I'm impressed, okay? It's a big deal. All right, what I do is after I wash my face and I use my toner and moisturize and everything, I kind of like try to block out my eyebrows, and then I will unscrew it. It almost looks like a lip gloss applicator, and just put it on my eyebrows and just let it absorb and let it do all the work. There's no growth hormone in it or anything like that. It's not a growth hormone, but like something that blocks the prostaglandins and stuff. Basically, the things that say in your body, okay, no, this is only how long we're growing and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have any of that. It's a very natural product. As Nicole and I were investigating it. So like I said, so far, this is almost a week. So I'm pretty impressed. So with the scissors, okay, what I like to do is I like to get a mascara wand, kind of sweep up, okay. And if you're not comfortable with this, this is fine. I've been doing my brows for quite some time, okay. So what I'd like to do, and you notice how the scissors are flat like this, right? You're gonna rest it up against the skin and snip up the tops, okay? So then that way it's more uniform and it lays down flat, okay? So kind of like where we brushed it, just trim, trim. So that way whenever you put your brow mascara on, okay, it won't be so long. See? And there's that. And now we're gonna do the same thing with left brow. So we're going to sweep it up. This one's not too terrible. It's always one or the other that's crazy with my, with the hair. I guess it just depends on how I sleep, right? So we're going to trim a little bit on top. See? Very light and very, very small amount. Okay, and literally that's how I do my brows. Okay, to groom them So before we do get into the makeup part, I like to go ahead and brush them in a direction. I know this little guy right here is kind of like problematic, but once I put product on it, he kind of lays flat. Okay, so the usual products that I use that I know that you've seen me always croon about, well, is the Goof Proof brow pencil from Benefit Cosmetics. This is my go-to. It's a wax automatic pencil. It's not like a pencil, but they do sell those, okay? It is a wax, and whenever it is brand new, it comes up as an angle, almost like a diamond shape to kind of go with the opening, okay? And what is supposed to happen is that you lay it flat up against your brow, and then you fill it in. That's why it's Goof Proof, because in that way you can fill it in and make very minimal mistakes, okay? So I'm going to show you how I use this product, okay? And so you kind of see like the shape of the pencil. If I can get that to focus. There you are, okay? And so I use number 4, which is like a darker brown color. And what I like to do is I like to do like little feathery motions. So I like to do my bottom first. Very light, right? Because if you press down super hard on it, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to be a big old dark line. And that is the problem with a lot of people that do their eyebrows first. I was one of them. Remember, we never forget where we came from, right? And then I like to do my top just the same. We make mistakes. It's okay. Okay. Little feathery movements or motions to kind of connect the line here. And again, we're doing that same measurement, right? So the front, the peak from the iris, and that 45-degree angle, right? And this is going to be up to your preference, you know, hit or miss. Some people like the tail a lot longer. Some people like it shorter, you know, but you still kind of want to maintain your inner eye right here, because this is what makes or breaks your face, okay? When you do that ideal measurement of the, you know, this and this and this, it kind of gives you like that true shape to your face, I guess, because your eyebrows can make you look bigger or smaller, you know, so meaning slimmer or chubbier, you know, because of the way that it shapes and lays on your face, right? So you go ahead and you just fill. Okay, again, you didn't see me doing any like heavy, you know, thick strokes or anything like that. It's very, very light strokes, right? But anyways, what I was saying was, whenever you go too far over, your eyes look wider apart. Too close, then it looks like you're really angry and your eyes are too close together. So that's why it's pretty important to kind of get your measurement out of there. How thick or how thin you want your brows. I mean, it's up to you. You don't want them like 1920s thick, but I mean, you don't want them Eugene Levy thick. I mean, unless you're Cara Delevingne, and she's gorgeous anyways, so. Okay, so go ahead and brush on my color. And there's my brow. Okay, and you can see where it's a little bit more defined, all right, but still maintaining that measurement, okay? On the end of the brush is you know, like the mascara wand or the brow wand, and what you like to do is you kind of go up to open up the eyebrow and follow the hair. Sometimes I have some unruly brows. Like I said, it just depends on what side, what day. Doesn't matter if I wash my face or anything like that. It just happens. So the other product that I like to use is my Goof Proof, or is not the Goof Proof. This is the Benefit brow mascara. I can't remember the actual name of this. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart, but I use number 5, which is one of their darkest ones. And with the brow mascara, I'm going to go sweep up and out. Reason why you just don't kind of want to go like this is because you want to add some definition here. What I mean by that is some people use, like, you know, the brow gels, brow pomades, and it looks super painted on, super fake and all that stuff. I like my look with my eyebrows is I want to be able to still see that, oh, I have bristles. It's more natural to me, okay? And I feel like it opens up the brow a lot more. See? Okay. So that is how I do my brows every day for work using those two products. Okay, Benefit is pretty fucking awesome. It's life, right? So what I also like to use, what we actually got, Nicole and I got, it's kind of like the Wonder Brow. It's like it's a cream filler, I guess, you know, it's brown color and everything else, but this is the L'Oreal version. This is the Unbelieva Brow. Okay, so very much like Wonder Brows, it's smudge proof, it's sweat proof, it's pretty much waterproof unless you wash it off your face. Okay, so I'd say it's kind of like a semi-permanent, but it seems to stick from whenever I've tried it, it seems to stick more onto the hairs. Okay, almost like that Topic powder spray shit. People that are balding, they put on their hair. Okay, so it's very similar to Wonder Brow, like I said. Comes with, you know, the product and everything, and, you know, very similar applicator. So if you're feeling kind of froggy like that, then you can use that. And then it comes with this tool, right? So the eyebrow tool and this angled brush here. And so like I did with Wonder Brow, okay, I'm going to use this product on the other side. So then that way you kind of gauge what products you like, right? This is $16.99 or $17.99, but you're only using legit a little bit. So you have to look at the pros and cons with your product, right? Because sometimes cheaper isn't always better. So the same concept here, but I think what I'm going to do, see how bold that goes. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of sweep it up. So you can kind of see, you kind of have to work quick with this product because it does dry. Okay. Go ahead and dunk again. Go ahead and take a little bit on your brush and work it into your brow. If you can get it onto the skin part, that's okay. And it's kind of doing what happened the first time I used it. It's kind of tinting the skin a little bit, but it's sticking more to the brows, okay? Which is fine because we want that to kind of darken, all right? But what we want to achieve here is like an all-day stay in place while still achieving the look that we want, right? And again, you know, it doesn't have to be like my shape or anything like that. I mean, this is the shape that works for me, that I feel complements my face. And with this product, you can make it as defined or as natural as you'd like. Okay. And you want to brush this a little more because, like I said, it's almost like a semi-permanent. Okay. Oh. All right, so that's with this product, okay? So it does kind of feel weird once it sets. It feels like there is definitely like, you know, kind of like hair product, all right? But on your eyebrow. Okay. Actually, it's set pretty quick. All right. And I was a little sweaty. We did come back from a walk, so you have to excuse me. But that's what the product looks like. And you know what? It looks a lot better this go around. This is the second or third time that I've used this product. So, you know, if you like the look and you want to try this, if you are if you work in a place where there's a lot more water or, you know, involves a lot more sweating and stuff, you know, try that. The L'Oreal Wonder Brow, or the Unbelievabrow, similar to Wonder Brow. Okay. Next up, we have, oh my gosh, I have all these goodies. So I definitely went to Rite Aid and bought a whole bunch of different products. There's L'Oreal, there's Kokie Cosmetics. There's Kokie Cosmetics. I even got Wet n Wild because I used to use brow powder, and brow powder was life, okay? I actually have an Anastasia Pro palette. Yeah, the girls have that now, but yeah, I have a whole bunch of product here. So let's get started with this. I'm going to remove my brows, and give me just a second, okay? All right, got my Burt's Bees micellar water. Let's go ahead and remove the eyebrows. Remove. Seeing the product, at least the Burt's Bees, it does come off fairly quickly and easily. Okay, now this is my first time using the micellar water with this Unbelievabrow stuff. So let's see. Yeah, that barely came out. I might have to scrub a little harder. Yeah, that like. All right. So I'm thinking, I have so many goodies here. I have brow mascara. I've got powder. I even got pomade. You know, we're gonna work this. All right. So I'm thinking, let's use this, the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. I got two colors because, like, sometimes, you know, I just dyed my hair like this purpley color. So I have a darker one and then one above it. Let's go with the darker one, right? All right. So how do we open this without safety sealed for your protection? Sounds like a condom ad. All right. Okay, so this kit is pretty cute, especially for getting it at Rite Aid, right? So you have two brow colors, and they usually give you two brow colors so that way you can blend it, or you can make your brows a little bit more multi-dimensional instead of one flat color. So ideally what happens is people use the lighter color towards the front of the brow and then a darker color towards the middle end of the brow, okay? This is wax to kind of keep your brows in place, like in place of a brow mascara. This comes with a little angled brush and some tweezers. So actually, these are $3.99. $3.99. That's actually pretty decent. Anastasia palettes, what? 15, 20 bucks. So $3.99, 15, 20 bucks. I mean, it's up to you, but I'm all about a deal here, right? Oh, so the brush is really soft. Okay, it's not that hard plastic. Remember the fake makeup from when we were little girls and, you know, growing up. All right, so I'm going to go into this darker color and then we'll blend out from here. So I haven't used this product. I used the NYC brand, or, you know, style of this. So again, very similar to how we did the pencil. This is a little bit more forgiving, okay? So you can sweep it up, and this kind of gives you a more natural look, of course, depending on the shade that you're using, right? Neighbor's dog ran away. You know what? This isn't bad for this little kit. The brush is real soft. The powder's really silky. And come down, bloop. Same way. And I'm just using the dark color all the way through, and then you'll see what I do here. I'm going to kind of add some of the lighter color towards the front after I build my base, if you want to call it that. Right? So that way I have my shape here. Then once you, in my mind, once you have your little shape, you can branch off anywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to pull into that lighter color, and I'm going to shade that up. Okay. And there you are. So that is this was done with the Wet n Wild powder. Okay. And if you want to use that wax, okay, so you can use the same brush. You want to try and clean it off though a little bit though, but I guess it won't matter because it's going to do that. Okay. Adding a little bit of this wax, and you're going to kind of sweep it up gently so that way it doesn't kind of wipe off the powder. And then you kind of want to get yourself a spoolie. So we'll just use the Unbelievable Brow spoolie, okay, and kind of sweep it and shape it how you want. And there's your brow. There's your brow that is done. I'm going to clean this with my micellar thing. This was done using the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. This was the Ash Brown, number 963. Like I said, $3.99 from Rite Aid. Not a bad starter set for your eyebrows. Okay. Next up, we are going to use, I'm excited. We could just do, well, let's do something simple here. All right, so we have the Kokie Cosmetics Brow Mascara. Okay. I have it in color BA570, dark brown. Okay, dark brown, dark brown. There you go. All right, so this is a tinted eyebrow gel. And you got to watch too. Some of these eyebrow gels, you have to read if they have fibers in them, you know what I mean? So that way, like, it'll fill up some naked spots or anything like that in your eyebrows. Kind of make them look more, you know, like thicker or volumized. This looks like it's just a regular tinted brow gel. It is sealed for your safety, which is nice. I did a Kokie video a couple years ago for, you know, whenever I did the week-long Christmas looks. And the first time I ever heard of it, if I can open this, the first time I had ever heard of Kokie, I actually saw it on, I think it was a Facebook ad. And I was really curious. And I just so happened to go to Rite Aid, and of course, Rite Aid sells Kokie line. Okay. So not a Coke line, Kokie, the Kokie Cosmetics line. How about that? All right. And their product's pretty badass. Okay. So, okay. So the wand is very similar. Like, I love mascara. I'm a mascara connoisseur. It's very similar to the shape of the Wet n Wild Protein Mascara. Okay. So it is a nice dark brown. Okay. And what we're going to do here, so you'll see whenever I put, you know, like the other brow mascara from Benefit or anything else like that, okay? So I like to go up. And this is why we kind of trim the top, right? So in that way you don't get like the long finger type hairs that come up and branch off into your brows, right? So I like to kind of sweep up. Oops, got some right here. And that's okay, because it easily wipes off. This is my first time using that product, and it's actually kind of nice. Because sometimes people just want, you know, they don't want to go all big and, I don't say theatrical, but kind of theatrical whenever it comes to doing their brows, right? Sometimes light layer of mascara or no mascara, and then just brow gel, right? Ooh, sucking on this, man. Okay, so as you saw, definitely got down into onto my skin, my brow skin. No, but no actuality though. Let's get a spoolie, kind of spread this around. See if we can salvage this. I would say this, I mean, like, maybe because my eyebrows are dark. Let's try it again. Let's go a little bit lighter. Okay, so this is it's a learning curve, right? You know, my first time using this particular brand, the tinted brow mascara. So we'll just leave it just on, oh my God, cotton right in my hair. We're just gonna leave it just on the brow string or the brow hairs, okay? So let's just darken them. Kind of give it a little shape, but it adds a little something. Just a little spot right here. Okay, so did make them a little bit darker, but just to wait for it to dry and set. But if you want like a real natural look, so like my gals that have the very sparse, very light brows, I would say this would be for you. So in that way, it kind of brings a little bit of attention to the brows without going super dramatic and appearing one day with eyebrows. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove these brows, but